Although spelling in English is uniquely complex, the code, by which we mean letters and their sounds, can be cracked. Once you know the code, you can read or decode and spell, encode, any word in the English language. We call this phonics. Even as adult readers, we use phonics to read and spell new and challenging words. This is the English alphabetic code, all on one page. Here we have the sounds, s, a, t, e, p, n, k, e, and so on. Here we have the simple code, which is perhaps the main way that we get these sounds. The letter S gives us S. The letter A gives us A. The letter T gives us T, and so on. The important thing to remember is that there can be more than one way to get our sounds, apart from the A sound here. And some codes or letters can have more than one sound. So for example, EA makes an E sound when it's in head, but EA makes an E sound when it's in eat. So the important thing to remember is that there can be more than one code, letters to get a sound. Think of all the different ways we have to get this sound. And the same code can have more than one sound. Think of the letters EA, which make the E sound in head, but which make the E sound for eat. At the end of this video, I am going to go through all of the sounds with their code, which you have the option of continuing to listen to. So how do we use the code on a practical level? How do we approach those longer and more complex words which we want our children to know in order to improve their vocabulary knowledge, their subject knowledge and their attainment? The basic principle is to break down words into their smallest units of sound, which is the code, and to read your way through all of the word carefully. Let's take the example of mendacious. Let's break it down into its smallest units of sound. M, E, N, D, E, sh, a, s. If we look at the code, we can see that the letter A on its own is one of the ways we get the A sound. And we can see that CI is one of the ways we get the sh sound. And we can also see that OU is one of the ways that we get the sound. Mendacious, mendacious. And you can check this on the code. Let's look at pernicious, and we can see the patterns emerging. P, R, N, E, sh. Pernicious. And let's look at another example. Phenomenon. Phenomenon. PH is one of the ways we get the F sound. And the rest is all simple code. E, N, O, N, E, N, O, N. Phenomenon. And finally, let's look at adhere. A, d, h. We can see that double E makes an E sound. Even when there's a letter in the middle, the same rule applies. You will see it on the code like this. Adhere, it makes this sound. Adhere. So you can see how we can use the code to logically break down, read and spell again in our writing, even the most challenging and sophisticated words in the English language. Was this video helpful? Please let us know so that we can best support you further. Please visit the survey on our QR code or by following the forms link. Thank you. Here are the sounds. A, t, e, p, n, k, e, h, r, m, d, g, o, a, l, u, f, b, j, y, e, w, o, I, E, or, z, n, v, ö, x, ch, sh, th, q, ow, oi, u, r, r, ear, j.